The Universal Law of the Present Moment, a wisdom teaching from the Intergalactic Alliance of Light Beings. Time is a social institution, not a physical reality. There is no such thing as time in the natural world. There is, however, such things as rhythm and motion. Time is a means people use to measure those rhythms and motions. Alan Watts. The universal law of the present moment helps us to remember that our power to effect change lives not in the past or the future, but only in the eternal now. The universal law of the present moment is a spiritual tool that helps us to appreciate the value of being fully present in any experience. This universal law encourages us to be present in each moment, and with our pets as some of the most natural teachers we have to teach us this valuable lesson. Pets seem to naturally understand that the best memories are captured by our heart, not our cameras. Pets live in the now, and so do our bodies. Our minds, however, have the ability to time travel into the past to remember both happy and sad memories, or into the future, wishing for success or dreading possible failure. The emotional content fired up by our trips down memory lane creates an active vibrational frequency in the now, making it easier to activate that potential with the law of attraction, calling in similar circumstances and conditions into your future experience. By staying in the now, you limit your fears, worries, and anxiety, calling in more cooperative energy to work with. Instead, you're the one in charge. Pets don't let their past mistakes hold them back from future attempts at success, as trial and error is how all Earth creatures learn, but humans are the only creatures who judge our choices. This counterintuitive training works because humans are, by our nature, meaning-making machines. We've been trained to ask, why me, instead of, what was I supposed to learn? This mental training can lead to self-judgment, anxiety, shame, worry, and fear, limiting our perceived choices. One of the benefits of stopping the habit of projecting ourselves into either the past or the future is the enjoyment to be discovered in the here and now. We are always learning through our life experiences the lessons that will help us to avoid pain and failure. And by applying our crude knowledge, the next time a similar situation presents itself, we create success naturally and over time. For example, if you grab, hug, or bite a bee, you will more than likely get stung. Or if you put your hand in a flame for too long, your skin will begin to burn. Choosing to ignore or not apply to crude knowledge doesn't mean you're a bad person or useless or hopeless, but it does set you up to learn the same lesson again. What if there's no such thing as mistakes, only lessons in disguise? What if mistakes are natural, but self-judgment is not? Would that new perspective help you to look back at your past in a different way? Think of it this way. The past is spent energy. You cannot change the past, but you can learn from it to help guide your choices in the future. Your future is pure potential because the law of attraction requires your emotional and mental focus in order to activate what will be sent into your experience next. That means all of your co-creative potential exists in your now, not your past or your future. Sometimes our choices produce unpleasant consequences. When unpleasant consequences are burdened with self-judgment, they become regrets that, when projected into future expectation, becomes anxiety or worry. Take a moment and call to mind a happy event that has already happened. would you like to have a similar feeling experience to happen in your future? If so, how often do you make that wish? Was it easy or difficult to recall this event? How did your body feel remembering a happy time in your life? What, if anything, did you learn from that life experience? Now try to remember an unpleasant experience. What happens to your body and mind? Did this experience teach you a valuable lesson? If so, what was it? How often do you think about future failure? Does it make you feel excited or anxious? How easy or difficult is it to recall an unpleasant event? Are you holding any judgment against yourself? And if so, what form does that take? Is this judgment limiting your choices in your now? Make a list of any epiphanies that you uncover. Is there a lesson under that judgment? Something valuable you've learned through cause and effect? How would your present experience improve if you were able to keep the lessons and release the pain? Often, we can begin to expect future failure based on past mistakes instead of future success based on past lessons. And we tell ourselves we're being realistic when actually we're engaging in self-sabotage. Self-judgment, as well as judgment of others, diminishes our ability to recognize our lessons, disconnecting us from our ability to enjoy our now. All of our power to create change lives in the now, not in the past, and not in the future. The universe will deliver the vibrational equivalent of the signal you're sending through the frequency of your thoughts and feelings about any given subject. In your life experience, perfection is not required, merely progress. We can choose to focus on failure without looking for the lessons, but it tends to rob us of our enjoyment in the now. The universal law of the present moment reminds us that curiosity is a natural mechanism, self-judgment is a learned one, improvements over time are natural, progress is natural, but self-limitation is learned. The law of the present moment helps us to keep our awareness in what's happening right now because we recognize all our power to receive enjoyment or make new choices that create new consequences are all happening right now, moving our life experience forward into our next now with more grace, enjoyment, ease, and spontaneous creativity than judgment could ever fuel. What if the secret to your happiness and future success is living in the now? Would that truth change the way you see yourself and your life's success? Peace of mind is fostered by a freedom from regret for past choices and an expectation of success that's stronger than our expectation of trouble. So, what if we take a lesson from our pet friends and saw our mistakes as lessons for next time? In this way, you can take greater control of your vibrational frequency, yielding more desirable results in your future, because you know that you have more power to influence your future when you stay open to the lessons being learned right now. Utilize this powerful position to create desired changes instead of unwanted failures. Only you have access to your time travel equipment. Only you have access to your memories and your expectations. Keep the lessons and release the pain, and enjoy yourself as much as you can in the now. We thank you for joining us. Join us next time when we will examine the universal law of non-judgment. Until then, shine on. If you have enjoyed this message, check out the rest of our series on universal laws, or go to whatcomesnextforyou.com to sign up for your own private session with Chimera. at whatcomesnextforyou.com. What's in your future?